Hello guys, I'm going to head to the rocket artillery and the railroad station. Should find some action there. Flying a Bf109G-4 with the headrest glass. Should make things better. Been mucking around on the track IR. Oh no. Damn it, that guy spawned in front of me. Start again. So I can get another G4. Hey, Matt, man. No biggie. Hang on. Yeah, this is a G4. Excellent. Good. I've been mucking around with the track IR, so now the yaw axis is more accentuated. I didn't have any yaw axis before, so I can kind of do this, and the same back here as well. I think that has some advantage. You can sort of see around the corner a bit. Seems to have improved. Track IR is working well for me in this plane. I can lean forward to the gun sight. And I've got full range of motion basically. Right in front of me there. We're up. Evening, Fragster. Let's head east. Mark's guitar. Good evening. We are headed to the rocket artillery position axis and to the railroad station allied in between there. Should find some action there. Yes, I see what you're saying there. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. I mean, the Hurricane is welcome. I mean, so is the Yak-9 for sure. But like, I'm sort of hoping for some exotic Western aircraft, like the Arado AR-234 jet bomber recon aircraft, or maybe a Dornier 335 Field, the twin-engined push-pull contra-rotating type situation there, as big and heavy as a Ju-88, but the fastest piston engine fighter of the war. That would be good. That would be awesome. That's right up my street. Yak-9, yeah. But I mean, Hurricane's okay as well, I guess. What about a Mosquito though? What about a Mosquito? B-25 is welcome. Someone said C-47. I think that's excellent. As in, that's an excellent suggestion. I'd go for a C-47, as they rightly pointed out. It's the Allied equivalent of the Junkers Ju-52. So Axis have got that, so the Allies could do with a C-47. Things like that. Or what about something mega exotic like a ME-323 Gigant? Imagine that, with the 6 engines. And the turrets that are empty, because the paratroopers, it's designed that the paratroopers will put their own MG-34 belt-fed machine guns into the turret positions, that kind of thing. That's what I'd like to things in that direction is what I'd like to see. Yak-9 and Hurricane, yeah. Mind you, that's none of that's confirmed, so it's all just conjecture at this point. Although, I don't know, it seems like that it's semi-confirmed that it's going to be Hurricane and Yak-9, but I don't know. Victoria says depends if you're a Hurricane or Yak-9 fan. For sure. Personally, the way I kind of look at it is I want to see the full breadth and depth of World War II. So we've already got a Hurricane in Cliffs. So I'm bad at the rocket artillery and the railroad. I better watch out. I don't like to see doubling up too much of aircraft if possible, although it is necessary sometimes for particular theatres. I think Cliffs of Dover Team Fusion 5.0 is going to have a Bf109F2. Obviously that's a doubling up of what we've got in Great Battles, but it kind of is congruent to the North Africa theatre because that was the aircraft that was used there by Hans Jochen Marseille and others. Already enough of those ones, yeah. I'd like to see the really late war Western aircraft in particular, like the Heinkel. I think its colloquial designation was Salamander. Is it a HE-162? That single engine jet plane with the tricycle gear. I think it's a HE-162. ME-163 Comet. Those kinds of planes would be pretty awesome. Heck, I'd like to see a B-17, but apparently there's technical limitations on that. Don't get me wrong, whatever comes along, I'll be extremely pleased because I know it's going to be a good quality product. Basically, yeah, I'd like to see the fully expressed completion of the Western theatre, like Bodenplatte, like late war, late 44 to the end of the war in May 45. Fully express that as much as possible. And man, there's a lot there. For example, the 8th Air Force of the USAAF, B-17s, Mustangs, P-47s. A good deal of it's already in Bodenplatte, but there's also a lot of it that's not. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot there that could be filled out. Like, we're talking 1,000 bomber raids. Like, that's even hard to comprehend. Imagine 1,000 B-17s in the air at once. Imagine 500 P-51D Mustangs more or less in the air at once. They're on a rotating schedule, but it was pretty much, you could expect 50 to 100 fighters escorting the B-17s, 1,000 B-17s at any one time. Amazing sights, amazing stuff. If they can get anywhere close to a glimpse of a shadow of that kind of thing, that's what that'd be my idealized goal that I'd be aiming for. Not necessarily to reach it, but to have a crack at achieving something along those lines. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is actually limited, not by ambition of the team or anything, but just by sheer hardware limitations, computing power and things like that. Going to head to the railway station. Join as a gunner, yeah, you can do it. Don't think I've ever tried it in multiplayer, but I've seen the screen where you can do it. I think not all aircraft that have gunner positions, the pilot in command, so to speak, I believe has to make the gunner positions available for non-AI. And then you'll be able to jump in that plane. So not all bombers are going to be available, but the ones that are, you should be able to jump in one of those. I think you can pretty much choose which position you're in. I don't know, I'm kind of assuming a lot here, but I know it's a thing. I think it's a pretty good thing. Alright, here we are at the railroad. I want to get shot by the train. Where is the train? There's a town down there. I think I recognise this area, and I think the train is just to my 3 o'clock right now. see that? We got a Stuka. He's going for the train. Now that I'm on the western side of the train and I've got a Stuka coming in, I'll probably gain some altitude in anticipation of yaks that'll come over from the east and try and shoot down the Stuka. I'm not going to go too crazy with the boom and zoom today. Today I'm going to gain a little bit of altitude, but I'm not really planning to go up to 5,000 feet this time. Meters, pardon me, 5,000 meters. Big difference between feet. It's the train getting attacked by ground attackers there. What is that? What is that? Looks like an IL-2. I'll stay underneath him because he's could have a tail gunner. Oh, damn. I was trying to avoid that from happening. Tip for young players, when you shoot down an IL-2, it's really, really easy to damage your aircraft. Yeah, because the IL-2 is literally made of steel. Any pieces of the IL-2 that fly off, they're going to potentially hit your aircraft if you're behind them. I've literally seen an IL-2's wing come flying back and chop my wing in half one time. The wing's, some parts of it at least, made of steel plate. An armoured plane, a flying tank. Oh well, that's a kill, and I've survived. I'm gonna have to go again. Definitely gonna have to go again. Suppose I should put some flap down. Still doing 300 k's an hour. That IL-2 was fairly easy pickings. I thought he would have been a returning Stuka or HE-111 or maybe a Bf109. But that just goes to show it's worthwhile checking out every aircraft that you see on the horizon until you can positively ID it. Okay, let's see if we can get into the same plane and go again. Well, first time I've seen that. Yeah, it happens. It happens. G'day, Skids. Yeah, very well. Yeah, I was thinking it could be a HE-111, but yeah. Hit the tail. Yeah, that's a good idea. You can... as I was shooting at it, I was just thinking, man, I'm putting a lot of ammo into this thing, and I'm certain it's just hitting the armoured plate behind the cockpit, or in front of the tail gunner's position. On that one last night, I noticed that I'd shot the rudder off, so it still had the vertical stabilizer, but it didn't have the rudder. So I'd managed to shoot the rudder off. Yeah, that's definitely the weak spot, the tail plane. Can't fly with no tail, that's it. Yeah, and if I'm attacking from underneath, I can avoid the gunner, but then any debris that falls off the back is going to fall straight down on top of me. I much prefer to attack IL-2s than attack PE-2s. PE-2s are deadly. And the radiator, yeah, that's it. Sometimes I think I've managed to catch an IL-2's engine on fire, but that's pretty rare. And I believe maybe 3 times, I think, I've actually managed to explode an IL-2. Like shooting it with an FW190, you just keep pumping rounds into it, and sometimes you get lucky, you hit something that goes off and the damn thing just explodes. But in all of my flights, it's probably happened 2 or 3 times. Very rare. Make sure there's no one spawned in front of me. Alright, we are on track. Good thing about this game is it's very educational. Before I started playing this game, I didn't have any knowledge at all of some of the aircraft in this game, like the IL-2 for example, to me it just looked like a defunct, outmoded, obsolete is the word. To me it looked obsolete. It just looked like basically it was a non-entity. But in actual fact they built tens of thousands of them. How many? As many as the Bf109. In fact, I think it was the most built aircraft in World War II. It was like 25, 30,000 units of the IL-2 in different configurations. And it had some real innovation to it. It was amazing. They built the airframe partly out of steel, so it wasn't just aluminium, it was partly out of steel. And it had all sorts of ground attack specific features. It was designed really, really well. Right, savage bit of action there. That was actually really good to coordinate with another aircraft in the sense that you don't have a collision or suffer a friendly fire while you're doing that. It's actually pretty difficult. There's a 110 up there. Alright, let's not get jumped. Back to the train. I'm going to go low and stay under the radar, so to speak. I used up quite a bit of ammo in that. Good thing about these planes is they have a lot of ammo. Give the engine a rest. It's going to need it. I went into emergency power then to catch up with that yak. That's fine, but you've got to give the engine about 4 minutes rest before you can go again. Having said that, if you get jumped, you just go for it. There goes that 110. Heading due east. Back at the train station soon. That's where the action is. Up a lot of ammo and I used up a lot of engine power. Basically, as soon as I knew that that engagement was on, my goal was to finish it as quickly as possible and focus on that one fighter and just hit it and hit it hard. And basically inculcate maximum aggression into the minimum amount of time. I find that that is the best bet for getting it over and done with as quickly as possible, and that's often the safest thing to do. And now that that's over, I'm cruising along at 61% power. Nice and easy. It's over this hill. That's an IL-2, I think. Maybe not though. That's an enemy train there, so I don't think that'd be an IL-2. That's the enemy artillery shooting at the 109s by the looks of it. Who's shooting at who? Oh, it's the rocket base. That's our rocket. Because I've got flat cover here, I can go higher and have some degree of insurance that if any yaks jump me, I'm in the vicinity of my own AAA. Looks like a Stuka or a 109. I think it was a Stuka actually. It's the rocket base there. What's he shooting at? Must be an enemy. A20. And another. There were two A20s. If that second one's still around, I'll try and take it out. That's probably the FW. Maybe not. Yep, that's the FW. And that's the rocket base there. And that's the remains of an A20. Good, the AAA of the rocket base basically alerted me to the presence of those aircraft. I wouldn't have known otherwise. Gain some altitude. Notice I wasn't really committed to getting a confirmed kill on that A20. I just flew in, attacked it, and then lifted my nose to avoid getting hit by its debris. And that was that. I think, to be honest with you, I think the FW190 finished it off and would have been credited with the kill. I don't care. I really don't care. The only thing that matters is I knocked the A20 basically out of the sky. I didn't get hit by its bullets from its gunner. That would suck big time. I didn't get hit by debris from the aircraft, and I'm still flying. And I didn't get jumped by yaks after moving in for the kill. So job well done there. Pat myself on the back. The only thing that I wanted to do though was to get the other A20, but I thought, well, there's a fighter in the area, I better go and suss that fighter out and positively ID it. Turned out it was an FW, so that's fine, but if it was a yak I would have had to focus on that 100%. There's a lot of intuitive stuff that gets jam-packed into every decision that you make, and it just keeps on getting more and more subtle and nuanced the more that you play. It's really amazing. Some of it's straightforward and basic, and other parts of it verge on intuition. Pretty good fun, I've got to say. Just to spice things up, I'm not gonna necessarily hang around here forever. Is this guy to the western? Yeah, he is. That's got to be the FW. I'm going to leave him there, and I'm going to head back to the actual red train, which is to the east of here, and see what I can see. You'll recall, as I was coming over that hill, initially I was looking for the red train. Taken my hands off the controls momentarily. I've got the plane in auto level, and you get kind of a little bit of adrenaline in situations like that, because you really don't want to stuff up and end all the way back at base again. You might as well quit in that scenario. So you've got quite a few minutes, probably 20 minutes invested, and you really don't want to lose it. Okay, for some reason I'm going totally the wrong direction. Let's turn to the left and go east. North, actually, I need to go down. So far, of course. Alright, 63% engine power. We're going north. We got the rocket base on the left. We got the train to the 12 o'clock. There's an FW loitering over the rocket base. And I'm going to hug the deck and sneak on into the train, keeping the engine nice and low power for the time being, keeping an eye out. And anything that I see at the train, I'm going to smack it. I've got basically no ammo left. Check out my ammo counter. Almost zero cannon and just a tiny bit of MG. So whatever I see there, I'm going to smack it and then turn around and then head back to base and land safely. And I'll pretty much leave at 100% power, most probably. I think the technical term is wham bam, thank you ma'am. Pretty close to the terrain here. My auto level will probably turn itself off if I get too close to the ground. and the consequence of that is the plane will gently nose into the ground. So it's very important to keep an eye on that subtle techno chat status message on the right. Sometimes it's going to say auto level off. You kind of know anyway because the plane starts doing its own thing. But if you're reading the chat or something, hey, what's that? Yeah, what's that? 3 aircraft. They look like 110s. Let's have a look. Chance they could be PE2s. Yep, there's a what the hell am I looking at? Remember, I've got hardly any ammo left. Now then, let's see if we can hit the tail of this thing. Uh-oh, he's shooting at me with his cannon. Alright, something back there crashed out. Damn. Pretty close to getting back to the home airfield for a nice landing as well. So that was amazing. There was a PE2 and 2 IL-2s. I had basically no ammo left. In retrospect, I should have just fired from long range at that IL-2, used up all my ammo, and then just headed back to base. They start using titanium in aircraft. Yeah, that wouldn't have been in the IL-2. Probably they're using it in the 1800s, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's more of a, I don't know, a 60s or 70s, I would say, I'm guessing. Denio Jose, very good. Cheers. Skids, nice, thanks. Sepro, very nice. Cheers. Jambrock, what server is this? This is Wings of Liberty. Let's have a look at the result. Absolutely pumping with adrenaline. One plane. It seems like I hit like 3 planes, but obviously I only got credited for 1, which is fine. We're all on this journey. We all saw what happened. I'm pretty damn happy with that result. Got some pretty good hits on that A20, and yeah, happy days. Guys, this is pretty much the end of the stream. Taz says, want a wingman? Yeah, sure, although I gotta say this stream is pretty much over. I try and focus on doing 1 flight and 1 flight only. How many have I done now? I think 2. So it shot your tail off. Yeah, I know, the irony didn't escape me. Yeah, I should have... they've got some mean cannon on them, they really do. Yeah, I should have just hit it with the very few remaining bullets that I had and then just hightailed it. Yeah, bombers can be dangerous, that's for sure. The IL-2 often carries big cannon, 3.7 centimetre cannon, 1 on each wing. If it hits you with that, it'll pretty much cut your plane in half. Okay, maybe next time. Yeah, for sure. I mean, these flights aren't scheduled. I'm pretty I'm pretty ad hoc with there's no scheduling, but if you see me live, by all means jump on the server and come for a fly. All right. Cheers, kids. See you later. Thanks for joining. All right, guys. Yeah, that's the end of the stream. That is definitely the end of the stream. I'm not going to do a 3-hour stream tonight. Okay, so please smash the like button, and if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and there's a bell icon. Hit that bell icon and you'll get notifications when I'm going live. That could be a good thing. And you can support the channel by using Patreon, or you can press the join button and have a look at what it says there. There should be a join button on the screen there. This is the Froggy Frog 9000 channel. The other thing is I've got a website. There's articles on there semi-regularly. Did you notice the status indicator of the planes? It just jumped up to 2 planes, which is more congruent with my expectation. Anyways, guys, check out my articles at froggyfrog9000.com, and I'll probably catch you around the same time tomorrow. You should have claimed and dived on it, but to be fair, I think that was a good IL-2 pilot. Yeah, look, it's a mixed bag. It's basically like reality. You get aces, literal aces, and you get people that have probably, this is their first flight and they can barely, they're doing well if they can take off and things like that. So yeah, it's scintillating action. Anyways, guys, I'll hopefully catch you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye for now.